Well, hello there, friends. It is Julie, and today I am going to show you how I embellish the bake journal. And it is it has become a monster. Could have used probably 2 signatures, but as I showed you before, it was a very small cover. What I did was, earlier you saw the 12 Days of Christmas and all the goodies that I got from that person. And that I put all in a box, and I thought, well, let's see what I could do just with the items that I got from the 12 Days of Christmas or the Advent swap, and just decorate with that. I had already put in a few things before I decided, so there are a few things. Now, the front here, I started to do a little collage and some fabric and stuff, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna do a little flowy thing, and it I did. It's probably a little overkill. It's not something you're gonna take out for everyday use, but I kind of like it. It's very unique. It's very dramatic. And then we open it up. Inside, I just wanted to cover up some of the things that you could see on the inside. Here's some of the napkins. I have this image. I didn't use my favorite image because it didn't quite look right in the window, but I wanted to put a sentiment in here, but I didn't have the right one with all of the papers, so a sentiment out on one of the scraps. So this is one of those ones I kind of changed. But every woman, it should be man, dies. Not every woman really lives, by William Wallace. If you've seen that movie, Braveheart, very good quote. This woman, she's probably no longer on this earth. In just the passage of time, when we look back at these vintage things, the people who once had them probably are no longer around. But we enjoy the things in the past, and someday we'll be passing these down to people that when we're gone. So, or maybe not. I mean, that's the hope, right? So I did some napkins just with a little glue stick and put it on here with a little lace to cover up some of this was that Mesa Verde envelope, and I just want to cover that because it didn't really want that on there. But now when I come back, I can always put something else on here, although I don't have a lot of room. But there are some things I could take out to make more room. And here, this is one of the items that I had put in beforehand, the envelope. And I just stuck in one of these images. These were one of the leftovers at the end. It's part of the doilies. I cut them up so they could, this is part of the doilies. This is one of the length, so they could be lace pieces. Little tag. And this is another bag. So you have, this is half the bag. One of the little pom-pommy things for a tag. And this is just journaling paper. Put a little, this is one of the things I could take out easily, but I just tucked in the rest of some of the fabric in here, and then some ribbon. Actually, maybe I will take some of this out to see if it could be more manageable to be used. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it. This is really fun. Now, this is a departure from the rest of the vintage look, but we have that Peter Rabbit envelope, so there is a little little pocket there, and then this is a pocket here, and then we flip it out, and we have an envelope in here with one of her pieces of paper that she had gifted me, and then this as well. So we have little spots to put notes there. Lots of little fun things. And here's a little collage, or not collage, a little bit of something to stick in here. And then you have a little flip out here to do the journal. This is something I had put in earlier. And I just stuck in this napkin. Actually, maybe I'll take that out. But just putting things in to fill the pockets. Here I turned this photo into a pocket. And another note. This is the center of a doily that I cut apart. Just simple here. And I just glued this down. It's not sewn, it's just glued, because I don't really have my sewing machine up and running. And I put this in here. I'm gonna take that out now, but I was just showing you how I incorporated so many things. Just a little, this is a This is from the magazine, and a little bit of that. Just a little touch of something on most of the pages. Here we have this little envelope, a couple things to tuck in. I love this image from the magazine. And then I had this, was part of the article headline, nutty? Sure, but I took it out of context, of course. A little quirky. And this one, I just couldn't decide which side I wanted. So I just put it in here like that. And I know that I lost a little bit, but it's just a little flip out. And then I have one of these tags I had put in here before all this, and I just kept it there. And you'll never guess what, my cat just came back. And then just put some of the string here and made that into a belly band. Oh, this was a fun one. I made this into a little hidden spot. Well, no, but a secret spot where if you just want to put something you don't want everybody to see. So there's a little spot to write a note and a little waterfall journal. And this can be pulled out. And you also have a little note spot in the envelope. And then this can be tied back up. So that was a really fun thing. I didn't record all this because I did this over a period of time, just sitting and watching TV. And that's something that I did during hubby time and family, just spending time with my husband and doing things. And I just did a flap here. There's nothing there. It's just a little decoration. Can probably tuck something in there later. So that is why I didn't record all this. Just tucked a photo in here. And here I stick that back in there, just a side thing and one of her nice little cards. Here again we have a pocket here, and I took the is this a playing card, put the napkin on it, and this was part of the doily, the tag on it, and I made it into the top of the tag. This way you can use everything, every part of it. And again, I made a ruffle just with glue. And I just attached a little something here. And then these little things. I wasn't sure how to use these. And then I think I used a couple, but not all of them. Not all of them. So actually, I'm going to put this in with my other stuff. It's just, it's a pocket. Because then I'll use it somewhere else. This was fun because with wired ribbon, they're really easy to make hidden paper clips. So all you have to do is fold them and glue them a little bit. So I made a couple hidden paper clips out of the ribbon that she gave me. And again, here's part of that doily that I just cut the edge and then I straightened it out. You have a little edge lace. I made a paper ruffle right there with a little leftover fabric. There we go. You can journal a little bit about a memory. Just tucked, I don't need to get that. I just tucked a little piece of lace in there. I'll use that somewhere else now. Another piece of the doily. Here is one of the pieces of fabric, and I just made it into a pocket. And again, this is a playing card. I backed it with some, you can actually write and journal a little bit on there. There's part of the photo and part of the doily. And all right, the cats are in. It got a little windy out. Wind picks up. Here's another little pocket, and here's one of the cards and a little sticker she had included. Just a little sticker. Again, lace. This one is like this because I had made this scrappy little note. One of the challenges of what I received from her was there was not a lot of plain paper to journal on. And I know I have lots of paper here to journal on, of course. But in order to make like little notepads and stuff, I really had to be creative to find stuff. So this is actually a label. And then there's like strips of the edge of the magazine. This is the other side of the wrapping paper. So I had to, and this is the side, I think the side of one of the book pages, and that's the other side. So I really had to be creative to be able to make a little scrappy notebook. But when I made the scrappy notebook, And then I put it in here. It would flap open, and I didn't like that. So that's why I put this negative down here, so it would tuck in there and not flap open. So now it stays put. So there we go. Our little tab. This was funny. With one of the dictionary pages, intellect, because that is just a little funny. Here I did a lace overlay on here and just stuck a picture here, kind of like a dreamy memory. I can stick something else in there later. Another of the paper clips here. And then I used this to, just a couple, I'm just going to unclip, well, I'll just leave it for now. Another one of these pockets and a tag. Did I make this one? Oh, she made that one. I don't remember. No. Here's an envelope. I cut it short because otherwise it was too long. And I put the rest of the napkin in here. Actually, I don't need to keep that in there. What is this? Why is there? Maybe that's something else. What is this for? I don't know why that is there. Okay. What was I thinking? Here's a little tag. You can flip this up. I just stuck this in there. Here's the other part of the envelope because it can be a little hidden note spot. I wanted to keep one of the envelopes whole to remember the swap, along with some of the wrapping paper right here. I made it into a paper ruffle, and it is an envelope. And here is, was this an envelope as well? I don't remember. Some of the wrapping paper. So you have a pocket. This is crooked. I bound it in crooked. There's some of the tissue paper or the napkin. So I made this into a pocket. And then another ruffle with the fabric on top. I really liked this collage. Maybe, and because I started off with, just remember if you saw this, the pink washing machine, and this was my favorite image, but it didn't really fit in anywhere, so I fussy cutted the women and put them on top of the machine. And then I found this quote in the magazine. Then we were a simple and unsuspecting people, relatively unfrightened by calories or taxes, and not especially mad at anyone, not even our mothers. Just kind of fun. And then over here we have a tag on machine wash tag, care tag. So it's all just kind of whimsical, I thought. And there's one of the circles. And we put a pocket, and I put a piece of fabric in there. Just a little bit. It says silence and silent, and then there is a bookshelf. That was one of the tabs, and then another image here and a sticker. A little flip out piece of lace. This was part of the doily because I had cut out the inside and then cut out the other one. It just seemed to frame that nicely and do a little journaling there. Another envelope that I kept whole, and I tucked this rest of the lace in there, and I also did another ruffle. Actually, might trim that. We'll see. And another part of the doily. Some more fabrics. I had a lot of fabric left over. I told you I haven't done a lot of fabrics, so I will have to do that. Here again is sound. Just a little bit there. And we have another pocket with a picture and another little scrappy notepad. These, like I said, these were hard to put together because I didn't have it. This is the inside of an envelope, another side of the page. But I enjoy making scrappy notepads. Again, I've covered this with one of the napkins. This can be a journal spot. You can always put something on this later. Again, a ruffle that was glued on, not sewn. So you don't have to have a sewing machine. And because this is so much stuff in it, I made a journaling journaling board. So the board, of course, wasn't included in the Advent stuff, but the wrapping paper was. So if I needed to journal on a spot, like here, I have this rough spot here on here, I can just take this, go put it there, and then I have a solid surface that I can journal on. So that was perfect to slip in the back in my pocket that I made. And then the back, I just decorated with a little fabric, and then this had the name of the publisher, so I just covered that up. I didn't do a lot on the back. I know there's a little slot there too. I can always do more later. So then I'm like, maybe should I take off any more stuff? So it's a little less now, but that's how it turned out. It turned out really fun. I love looking at this edge and how neat that is. I suppose it could be taken apart and made into 2 signatures if I wanted to. But I think I'm just going to leave it as is and just use it as is, because there's so many. It's a combination of really making something out of very little expense. All of the bags and stuff were, I mean, yes, I paid for the purchases, but the bags were extra. And I didn't pay anything for the bags themselves. The swap I got by sending out stuff I had in my stash. I did pay postage, but it's not like I went out to a craft store and purchased all of these things. It is just like a friendship plus recycled project. So I really enjoyed making that. I hope you got some ideas out of that. And I will see you on the next page. Goodbye.